Hello everybody, what is up guys? I have cooked up probably one of the biggest videos that I have ever done on my channel. I am going to be showcasing every single last sparkling shiny fish in C1. Excluding all the limited fish, this video is solely going to only focus on every single permanent fish in the game, not including the limited. I'm going to be making a separate video for that. But this video has been a long time coming. There has been a lot of errors and stuff. Like there has been a lot of fish that actually haven't been getting their shiny models until they've actually implemented them, until I've asked the devs to actually put them in. But there are still some that are missing, but there's still some that I'm kind of skeptical about. I don't know if they actually do have their shinies or not, but from what I've seen, they all do. But I'm gonna go ahead and just showcase them anyway, and regardless. I believe they do have their shinies. There are some that actually have not gotten shinies, but regardless of that, I don't really think they're ever going to be planning on implementing them at all. Maybe just staying with what they are, because it's been like pretty much like 3 or 4 months since like certain updates have happened, and they still have not implemented them, which I'm pretty much can guarantee that they're definitely not going to be added. So anyway, guys, yeah, so this is going to be a really long video. I believe it's going to be at least an hour long, maybe perhaps. It's going to be every single bestiary, guys. Every single one in C1, excluding the bestiary. The limited bestiary. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's going to be probably one of my last videos for fish for a while. I'm going to be doing showcases every single time they do new bestiaries, and there's like sparkling and shinies to get just every new bestiary. But as of now, the game, I don't really think the game is going to be getting like updates anymore as frequently, because as you guys know, Nate is working on a new game. It's called Dig, and I've actually had early access to it, and it's really fun. I've been addicted. It has pretty much the same concept, but besides like it being fishing, you dig, you fill up your bestiaries, you collect, and all that stuff. So that's one thing I really love about Fish, and I'm actually going to be really focusing on making videos and just playing a lot of that. So look at that, we got stars falling down. It's so dramatic, bro. It's so dramatic. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this showcase. If you guys, I'm gonna be also dividing every single bestiary to different chapters, so you guys could just easily find them in the description down below. If you're just curious about a certain bestiary, feel free to just pretty much just click on that certain chapter of the video if you guys would like. I really do not mind. I do not mind if you guys do not watch this whole video. I do not care. I just want this to be posted. It's been something that I've been working on for such a long time, and I've had a lot of passion for collecting every single sparkling shiny fish in this game, and it's literally what keeps me on this game. Is pretty much that, and I'm glad I was able to accomplish this. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. Okay, we are at the Abyssal Zenith. Here are the original counterparts to every single fish here. All right. First up we got is the Titanic Black Sea Devil. Next up we have is the Leviathan Humpback Anglerfish. The Abyssal Bearded Sea Devil, one of my favorites. Next up we have is the Colossal Sacopharynx. This thing looks menacing. Look at it, bro. Look at that tail. Look at that tail. Ooh, it actually gets more detail when you get. Oh wow, it gets more detail the more you zoom into it. That's cool. All right. Next up we have is the Radiant Triple Wart Sea Devil. Take a look at this one, bro. Dang, bro, look at that. They cooked up with this design, man. Look at all those spots. Each individual one is lit up. It's cool. The little spikes on the bottom of it. Teeth. There. All right, next up we have is the Deep Lake Football Fish. Next up we have is the Infant Giant Sea Devil. All right. Next up we have the Void Glow Ghost Fish. This thing looks amazing. Look at that. It's got little harpoons on it. Pretty cool. All right. Next up we have is the Giant Sea Devil. Dang, look at the gums on this. Look at the gums. It's like stretching out. Ugh. That's kind of cool. I never noticed that about the fish. Look at that. All right. Last but not least, what was once a secret is the crowned anglerfish. One of my favorite Chinese. It's red and black. It's pretty cool. Look at that. All right. That is all for the Abyssal Zenith, guys. Moving on to the next one, guys. All right, here we are at the Ancient Archives. Here are the fish, how they regularly look like, all the designs. Really annoyed at this little bestiary here because they decided to change the name of this fish right here, and I had to go get it again. They changed literally like the last 3 letters, and very questionable name choice, but I don't know why they changed it. I think it was inaccurate probably, but yeah, as you can see by the shiny and sparkling date here on this fish right here, all these are literally done on the set. Like, so I got this done on the first day, then the second day I just sparkled and shiny the rest of them, and then here you could just have like them renaming the fish made it completely like unregistered from your bestiary, which was kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why they did that. It's kind of annoying how it kind of messed up my date and stuff. So like as you can see the gap between these two, literally like 5 months later, they just decided like, yeah, it's annoying. Anyway, guys, let's just get right into it. We got the Palanoiascum. I have no idea how to say this, but you guys get the point. Here we have the Bargeria. We have the Phanorithnicus. Phanorithnicus. I think that's it. We have the Deploris. We have the Amblyplaturus. Butchering all this name right now. And last but not least, we have the Lepidotes. All right, that is all the sparkling shinies for this bestiary. On to the next one, guys. All right, everyone. We are at the Ancient Isle. We are going to be obviously showing off the regular models. As always, feel free to pause if you guys would like. All right, first up we have is the Piranha. Next we have is the Cladosalach. Cladosalach. I think that's how you say it. Next up we have is the Starfish. Next we have is the Anomalocaris. Next we have is the Onychodis. I have no idea how to say that. Onychodis. I think it's Onychodis. Next up we have is the Hyneria. The Zaphactinus. The Acanthidai. And the Cobia. Alright, next up we have is the Hallucigenia. Next we have is the Ledikits. The Floppy. We have the Dunkleosteus. The Jinsu Shark. The Helicoprion. We have the Megspine. This didn't have a shiny model for the longest time, which is pretty funny. They actually added them without actually not even letting us know, and I actually managed to discover them, which is pretty kind of funny. All right, and also we have the Megfang. This is another one as well. They look really nice. All right, last but not least, we have is the... Not last but not least, my bad, guys. My fault. We have the Mosasaurus. All right, we got another batch to go. All right, guys. Next up, we have is the Ancient Megalodon. Next up, we have is the regular Megalodon. Next, we have the banana.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
All right, next up we have is the ancient fragment. Believe it or not, they actually do have shiny models, so it's kind of funny. All right, the solar fragment. The earth fragment. And the deep sea fragment. Next up we got is the ruby. And we have the moonstone. Alright guys, we are approaching the last few fishes here, and here they are. We got the amethyst. We got the opal. Lapis lazuli. And last but not least, the phantom megalodon. You can barely just see it. I managed to get it giant, so my apologies guys, but try my best to I don't know what bow would be able to make you guys see even better, but here is the phantom megalodon. All right, moving on to the next bestiary, guys. All right, guys, here we are at the Atlantean storm. Here is the regular models for every single fish here. All right, first up we have is the abyss snapper. Next up we have is the tempest ray. We have the whirlpool marlin. The vortex barracuda. The cyclone mako. The typhoon tuna. Typhoon, my bad guys. All right, the maelstrom storm shark. My bad guys. And last but not least, we have the void angler. All right, moving on to the next one, guys. Okay, this time we have the Atlantis bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts to every single fish. This is one big bestiary, so this one's gonna be a little bit, guys. All right. First up we have is the Oracle Minnow. Next we have is the Lightning Minnow. Next up we have is the Neptune's Nibbler. We have the Atlantean Anchovy. Next up we have is the Aqua Scribe. And we have the Atlantean Sardine. The Sunken Silver Scale. Poseidon's Perch. The Voltfin Carp. Alright, next up we have is the Column Crawler. Next up we have is the Sparkfin Tetra. The Crystal Chorus. We have the Shadowfang Snapper. One of my favorites. Next up we have is the Echo Fisher. The Marble Maiden. We have the Colossal Carp. The Tentacled Horror. We have the Static Ray. Next up we have is the Temple Drifter. The Mosaic Swimmer. The Titan Tuna. Philosopher's Fish. The Thunder Bass, the Thunder Bass. The Kronos Deep Swimmer. The Leviathan Bass. The Siren Singer. And we got the Tentacle Eel. Next up we have is the Storm Eel.
We have the Helios Ray. The Atlantean Guardian. The Oracle's Eye. The Giant Manta. Storm Cloud Angelfish. The Eldritch Horror. The Deep One. Starlit Weaver. Next up we have is the Void Scale Guppy. The Lightning Pike. We have the Massive Marlin. The Titanic Sturgeon. Titan Fang Grouper. We have the Triton's Herald. The Twilight Glowfish. Little fish inside it too. The Atlantean Alchemist. And we have the Abyssal King. All right, next up we have is the Deep Emperor. The Thunder Serpent. Kraken's Herald. The Deep Crownfish. We have the Mage Marlin. The Deep Behemoth. We have Zeus's Herald. We have the Abyssal Devourer. And we have the King Jellyfish. What's up, guys? We have a new bestiary. We have the Blue Moon Bestiary. We have everything sparkling and shiny. Here are the original counterparts to how every single fish looks. There is also a second sea as well for the Blue Moon Bestiary. We also have that done as well. We will be showcasing that in just a short bit after this one. So unfortunately, guys, the Moon Idol does not have a shiny model, unfortunately, but it does get overridden by the sparkling effect, as I will show you in a bit. All right, let's get started. First up we have is the Moon Arctic Char.
Next we have is the Silver Scuttler. Next up we have is the Frost Ray. The Pale Ghost Lumpfish. The Blue Langoose. Langanose, I think that's what they say, Langanose. The Star-Bellied Wolffish. All right. The Icy Daggerfish. We have the Lunar Monkfish. A really cool looking shiny, I'm not gonna lie. And as you guys can see, the Moon Idol does not have a shiny model, but it stays white, but the sparkling does override it though. Alright guys, next up we have is the Brine Pool Bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts to all the fish in this bestiary, how they originally look like. Alright, first up we have is the bone. Nothing really changes about this besides the sparkling overriding the actual material for it. It still stays like a whitish color, so. Alright. Next up we have is the Gazerfish. We got the Brine Shrimp. Next up we have is the Globe Jellyfish. We have the Dweller Catfish. The Brine Phantom. What was once the infestation from pressure. And we have the Spectral Serpent. Alright, that is all the sparkling shiny models for the Brine Pool. On to the next one. Alright, here we are at the Calm Zone. Here are all the original counterparts to all the fish here. Okay, first up we have is the Quartz Fin Queenfish. Next up we have is the Emerald Elephant Noose. Elephant nose. Right. Next up we have is the Diamond Discus.
All right, next up we have is the Sapphire Stargazer. You can barely make this one out. My goodness, look at that. Its eyes though. All right. Next up we have is the Prismatic Parrotfish. Next up we have the Ruby Rasbora. Got a little flames around it. Pretty cool. Next up we have is the Crystal Orodorus. Next up we have is the Shimmerin Silver Side. All right. What was used to be a secret in the game, which is now an exotic, is the Crystallized Sea Dragon. Alrighty, guys. That is all for the comm zone. Moving on to the next.
Alright guys, next up we have is the Castaway Cliffs Bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts to all the fish here in the bestiary for you guys to see. Alright, first up we have is the Flame-Kissed Hogfish. The Clown Triggerfish. The Mandarin Fish. The Cobalt Angelfish. Trevally. The Warding Frogfish. The Hidden Pipefish. This one looks crazy. The Mirage Toadfish. The Scalloped Hammerhead. Alright guys, last but not least, we have the Great Gold Curse Shark, which is the secret from this island. Alright guys, that is all for the Castaway Cliffs Bestiary. Moving on to the next one, guys.
Okay, here we are at the Challengers Deep. Here are, as always, the original counterparts to everything. There you guys go. All right. First up we have is the Frostscale Fangtooth. This guy looks really nice. It's a little silly. Look at him. All right. And the cryo skin, it just gets overridden by the sparkling. No shiny models of this. The Sub-Zero Stargazer. Next we have is the Chill Shadow Chub. Pretty nice looking shiny. Next up, we have the Deep Freeze Devilfish. Another nice looking shiny as well. Next up, we have is the Cryo Coelacanth. Beautiful looking fish. Beautiful shiny as well. Next up, we have is the Iceberg Isopod. You look at that. Red and black. Love this one. Love this one. Next up, we have is the Polar Prowler. Next up, we have is the Chillfin Chimera. I believe that's what it is, Chimera. All right. Last but not least, what was once a secret here is the Frozen Leviathan. All right. That is all for the Challengers Deep. All right. Moving on to the next one, guys. Moving on to the next one. All right, guys. Next up we have is the Crogenic Canal Bestiary. They're all the original counterparts. The Frost Meadow is actually still bugged, unfortunately, but we have the rest of these fish for you guys right here. All right. First up, we have the Frost Minnow. And next we have is the Snowflake Smelt. The Iced Perch. The Snowback Char. Little held awkward a little bit, but pretty much you could see its face right there. All right. Here's the rest of the body. Next up we have is the Frozen Pike. The Icebreaker Haddock. And we have the Chillfin Herring. The Frost Jaw Cod. The Glacial Sturgeon. And last but not least, we have is the Aurora Trout. Alright, that is it for the Crogenic Canal Bestiary. We're moving on to the next one, guys. Alright, guys, next up we have is the Desolate Deep Bestiary. Here are all the original. Oh, it seems that they're not working. Ooh. Let me just see if I can just reload it real quick. Oh, seems that they're not working, but I guess I'll just find some pictures for you guys, but here is how some of them looked like originally. Alright, first up we got is the Stalactite. Little traffic cone. Next we have is the Horseshoe Crab. Next we have the slate tuna. The phantom ray. We got the rockstar hermit crab. We got the cockatoo squid. The banded fish. Got the midnight axolotl. Alright. And next up we have is the barb shark. Alright. And we got just a few more. The sea mine and the emperor jellyfish. Here is the sea mine. And last but not least, we have the emperor jellyfish. Alrighty, that is all the Desolate Deep Bestiary. Moving on to the next one, guys. Alright, guys, next up we have is Forsaken Shores. There are the original counterparts to every fish for you guys to see. Alright, first up we have the short fin mako. The corsair grouper. The galleon goliath. The buccaneer barracuda. The scurvy sailfish. The cutlass fish. The cursed eel. Reef runner snapper. The shipwreck barracuda. All right. We got the golden seahorse and the captain's goldfish. The golden seahorse. Unfortunately, one of the fish that got completely overridden by the sparkling effect, unfortunately. And the captain's goldfish as well, unfortunately, it gets overridden by the sparkling effect. Alright, that is all of Forsaken Shores Bestiary. We're going to be moving on to the next one, guys. Alright, guys, so we have the Fridgid Cavern Bestiary here at the Northern Expedition. Here are all the counterparts to all the fish. All right. First up we have is the frigid shrimp. Give me just a second, guys. Let me equip this for you. Let me equip this real quick. All right. Here's the frigid shrimp. is the ice eel. We have the ice octopus. The ice jellyfish. Next up we have the snowfish. We got the taco. Alright, and we have the polar alligator. And last but not least, we have the frigid mammoth tusk. Alright guys, that is all for the what's this place? The Fridgid Cavern, guys. Moving on to the next one, guys. Alright guys, next up we have is the Glacial Grotto Bestiary here at the Northern Expedition. Here are the original counterparts. Here is the Goby, Snow Gill, Chillback. Alright. First up we have a Z Frostling Goby. The Snowgill Dace. The Chillback Whitefish. Icy Walleye. The Ice Fang Barracuda. Frostbite Flounder. Glacier Swordfish. The Shivervin Haddock. The Borealis Snapper. Beautiful looking fish. Alright, last but not least, the Icebeard Shark, one of my favorite shinies from this whole bestiary. Look at this thing, man. Definitely gonna get a giant on this. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys find something that you guys like in this bestiary, and we're moving on to the next one, guys. Alright, we have is the Grand Reef bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts to every single fish here. All right. So first up we have is the Reef Minnow. The Coral Chromis. The Reef Goby. Coral Guard. And I believe it's pronounced a Crystal Ras. I think it's Ras. The Parrotfish. Got a little eye patch on it. Alright, the Coral Emperor.
Go ahead, held awkwardly a little bit. All right. The Grand Reef Guardian. All right, that is all for the Grand Reef Bestiary. On to the next. All right, here we are at the Keeper's Altar Bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts. All right, we got the Pale Tang. We got the Blue Fish. The Lapis Jack. Keeper's Guardian. Umbral Shark. And the Void Wood. All right, that is all for the Keeper's Altar Bestiary, guys. On to the next. All right, guys, here we are at Lobster Shores. Here are all the original counterparts to all the lobsters. All right, first up we have is the regular lobster. The spiny sunstone lobster. SnowCap lobster. The Roslit Ray lobster, as it says. We got the Terrapin lobster. We got the scallop spiny lobster. The langoustine. I think that's how you pronounce it. The langoustine. All right, last but not least, the ancient lobster. All right, guys, that is all for the Lobster Shores Bestiary. Moving on to the next one, guys. All right, here we have the Moosewood Island Bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts for the fish. All right. First up we have is the trout. The largemouth bass. The anchovy. Ooh, very hard to see there. Sorry, guys. Let me just put on my glimmer pin suit real quick for you guys. All right, there you guys go. All right. The red snapper. the bream, the sockeye salmon, the goldfish, the carp, magic fire from Pokemon. All right, and the yellowfin tuna. All right, we got just a few fish left here. We actually have the flounder, which is part of it. Snook. Whiptail. Here are the last few fish for the Moosewood Bestiary. Got the flounder, the eel, the pike, the snook, whiptail catfish, the whisker bill, and the treble bass. All right, that is all for the Moosewood Bestiary. On to the next one, guys. All right, guys, here we are at the Mushgrove Swamp Bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts to the fish. All right, first up we have is the fungal cluster. The swamp bass. The white perch. The bowfin. Gray carp. Swamp scallop. The catfish. Marsh car. The mushgrove crab. All right. Next up we have is the Alright, guys, here are the last few fish for the Mushgrove Swamp. We have the alligator, the handfish, the rocket fuel, and the resin. I believe I forgot to show you guys what it originally looks like as well. Where's the bestiary at? There it is. Here's just how it looks like. This is blue and it turns gold. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the Mushgrove, and we're gonna be moving on to the next one, guys. Alright, everybody. This time we have the Ocean Bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts to what all these look like. Alright guys, first up we have is the sand dollar. Turns purple, pinkish. Another one of the fish that get overridden by the sparkling, unfortunately. Next up we have is the sardine. We got the shrimp. The mullet. The mussel. Mackerel. Porgy. Sea bass. And the haddock. Alright, the next batch we have is the oyster. The crab. Little top hat on him. We have the barracuda. We have the salmon. The prawn. Really small fish right here. Really small to see that. I should have probably made it bigger, but honestly I think you guys can see like the whole thing right here practically. Alright. Next up we have the cod. The amberjack. We got the scallop. Seems like the little pearl inside gets overridden by the sparkling. Really nice. And we have the nurse shark. Alright, next up we have is the bluefin tuna. Turns nice and red, which is pretty cool. We have the angler fish. Took a little bit to load there. Alright, next up we have is the halibut. So we have is the sea urchin. Looks like one of those like little stretchy little ball thingies. Alright, the swordfish. We got the sailfish. One of my favorite fish is the coelacanth. Next up, we have the puffer fish. Got the stingray. All right. Next up, we have is the cookie cutter shark. This body looks like it turns into a chocolate chip. Pretty cool. We've got the flying fish. Turns into a golden color, and it gets a little halo on top of it actually too. It's pretty fun, which is pretty cool. Sparkling really overrides this one. We got the dolphin. Gets a little beach ball on top of its hat. And the belly seems to be getting sparkled there. We got the moonfish. The rabbit fish. Let's go ahead and sundial real quick. Alright. Alright, next up we have is the bull shark. We got the crown bass. The sawfish. Really weird looking fish. Looks pretty nice though. I like the shiny on this. The mythic fish. All right. Next up we have is the sea pickle.
I'm Pickle Rick! I'm Pickle Rick!
Next up we have is the great hammerhead shark. We have the oarfish. Another one of the unfortunate fish that get overridden by the sparkling model. Next we have the colossal squid. The gray white shark. The whale shark. We got the orca. And we have boots. The blue whale. Alright guys, we are approaching the last batch of fish here. We have the long pike. We've got the mustard. I think this is one of the devs actually for the game. Alright guys, and we have the Moby. Oh my gosh, it actually cannot fit on my screen, guys. I might actually have to sacrifice a giant on this, I'm not gonna lie, guys. But yeah, even on the boat you still can barely see it, but probably put up a picture honestly. What it looks like from different angles for you guys. All right, and we have the ancient orca. We have the narwhal. We've got the beluga. I believe the beluga does not, unfortunately, not have a sparkling shiny model. I think I've checked, but I think the only thing that gets overridden is its belly. Its belly is like has like a little like gray strip on it, but it's like entirely white, and you can see like a little blue outline and stuff on it. But I don't think it does have one. It might. I'm not sure if this is the shiny, but here it is, guys. All right, we got the moss lurker. All right, guys. Last but not least, we have the magician narwhal. All right, moving on to the next bestiary, guys. We have the Overgrowth Caves Bestiary here at the Northern Expedition. Here are all the original counterparts. All right. First up, we have is the Ice Anchovy. Little small dude. All right. Next up, we have is the Icy Salmon. We got the Frigid Crab. Next up, we have the Icy Carp. The Icy Goldfish. We have the Icy Tuna. We have the Frigid Antlers. We've got the Glass Diamond. And we have the Frozen Walnut. All right, that is all for the overgrowth bestiary, guys. All right, moving on to the next one. Alrighty, guys, what is up? Next up we have is the Roslit Bestiary. All right, we got the Roslit Bay Bestiary. Here are the original counterparts to all the fish. All right, first up we have is the Pearl. The Minnow. We got the Chub. The Perch. The Butterfly Fish. Pumpkin Seed. And the Blue Tang. We got the Clownfish. The Ribbon Eel. All right, next up we have is the squid. We got the clam. We have the yellow boxfish. The angelfish. The gilded pearl. The rose pearl. The Muave pearl. Maeve, I believe. I have no idea how to say that. I'm sorry, guys. We got the Arapaima. The alligator gar. All right, here we are approaching the last few of the fish here at Roslit Bay. Let me actually just take this rain off. It's kind of annoying. All right, we got the suckermouth catfish. One of my favorite fish that I've actually owned in IRL. These guys are really, really, really cool. We got the axolotl. The thing about the shiny axolotl, it's actually kind of it's referencing a cyborg, or like it's like a little cyborg. Without, unfortunately, the sparkling actually overrides like the whole skin of the model. There's actually like blood that shows up as its regular shiny form, which is kind of really cool. But yeah, it's like a little, so it has like a red eye, which kind of indicates like it's like a cyborg. All right. Next up we have is the Dumbo octopus. Next up we have is the deep pearl. The aurora pearl. And what used to be one of my favorite shinies in the game, but it is one of my favorites still, the manta ray. All right, and last but not least, the golden sea pearl. You see that this is like a little like diamond, some type of gemstone in there in the middle. Really subtle to see, but yeah. Anyway, guys, that is all for the Roslit Bay Bestiary. Yet again, here are all the original counterparts to how every single one looks like. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this bestiary, and we're moving on to the next one, guys. All right, guys. Next up we have is the Roslit Volcano bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts for you guys to see. And unfortunately, guys, the volcanic geode is actually an unappraisable item. So, unfortunately, this doesn't have a sparkling shiny model, and it cannot be appraised. So, therefore, it doesn't count. Yet again, this is one of the unappraisable items in the game. So, it's just like one of those things you get, you click, and then you get like some stuff from it. So, just like the geode from the Desolate Deep as well. Yep. So yeah, this is an unappraisable. So anyway, first up we have is Deep Assault. This will probably actually be getting a remodel. So I'll probably like upload in a short if it does ever get a remodel. We got the Magma Tank. The Ember Perch. We got the Ember Snapper. The Pyro Grub. The Obsidian Salmon. The Obsidian Swordfish. It's actually emitting a smoke particle, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen this on another fish before. I've never seen a fish emit smoke particles coming out of its shiny variant. That's kind of really interesting. I don't know if they're really subtle, but... Alright, next up we have is the Inferno Wood. And last but not least, we have the Molten Banshee. Alright, that is all for the Volcano, Roslit Volcano Bestiary. Alright, we're going to be moving on to the next one, guys. Alrighty, guys, here we are at SnowCap Island. Here are all the original counterparts to all the fish here at SnowCap. Alright, first up we have is the ice. This is probably set to get a remodel sometime later in the future, but yeah, you could like barely see it though, so. Alright. Next up we have is the pollock. The herring. The red drum. The grayling. The bluegill. The blackfish. Arctic char. Burbot. Alright, next up we have is the glacier pike. The lingcod. The skipjack tuna. We got the sturgeon. Beautiful fish. We got the pond emperor. We got the wrangle. We have the glacier fish. Alright, last but not least, we have the baby pond emperor, which can be gotten in the pond here at SnowCap. Alright, and that is all for the SnowCap Bestiary. We're going to be moving on to the next one, guys. Alright, guys, here we are at Sunstone Island. Here are all the original counterparts to every single fish here at Sunstone Island. All right. First up, we have is the glass fish. Next up, we have is the sweet fish. We have the red tang. We have the chin fish. The long-tailed bass. Really beautiful fish, honestly. We got the trumpet fish. Next up we have is the Napoleon fish. Next we have is the Mahi. Really amazing looking fish. I love this design for it. Sparkling shine looks really nice too on it as well. We have the sunfish. Legitimately, look at it. It's literally a sun. Beaming. It's beaming right now. Look at it. Alright, we got a few more fish here left for us. We have the Volt, and the Speed Core. Alright, we got the wee fish. The Volt fish. It's got the little electricity right there on its body right there. Look, it looks really nice. Alright, last but not least, we have the Speed Core. Alright, that is all for the Sunstone Island Bestiary, guys. We're going to be moving on to the next one, guys. Alright, guys, we have the Terrapin Island Bestiary here. Here are all the original counterparts to every single fish, as always. Alright, let's get started, guys. First up we have is the Gudgeon. We got the smallmouth bass. We got the walleye. The white bass. Chinook salmon. The red-eye bass. The king oyster. The olm. The golden smallmouth bass. Guys, last but not least, we have is the sea turtle here. Alright guys, that is all for these Terrapin Island Bestiary. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. And we're moving on to the next one, guys. Alright guys, we are here at the depths. We're going to be showcasing every single fish down here. Here are all the original counterparts to each individual fish. We got some junk here as well. Alright. Those are all the original counterparts. And here we go with the shiny and sparkling models, guys. First up we have is the scrap metal. This actually did not have a sparkling shiny model. It used to just turn white completely, but I guess they added a model to it. Alright. We got the destroyed fossil. The deep sea dragon fish. And we got the deep sea hatchet fish. The frilled shark. We got the Depths octopus. We got the luminescent minnow. Beautiful looking fish. I like this one a lot. We have the three-eyed fish. The goblin shark. Alright guys, we have the spider crab. The shiny variant looks really nice. It gets a little cobwebs on it. It's pretty cool. Space actually gets turned into a little crab looking thing with spider mandibles. We have the black dragonfish. We have the small spine chimera, one of my favorite shinies in this game. We have the nautilus. Its shell is actually blue. It turned blue. Little blue outlinings. We have the ancient eel. The barrel eye fish. Not much of a change here. All that really changes is just the eyes here. It turns into like this golden color. Yellowish gold color. But the body does sparkle though, which is pretty interesting. Alright, next up we have is the sea snake. This one is full of colors on it. This one looks really nice. I like it. Next up we have is the mutated shark. Its crystals actually turn purple, which is pretty cool. Looks really nice. Alright, last but not least, we have the ancient depth serpent, which is the exotic here at the depths. We have the little misalignment of the hat. I'm not sure if that's intentional, but this is really going to mess with people's OCD, which is pretty funny. But yeah, we got a little. It's got a little tie on it. It turns blue. And yeah. All right, guys. That is all for the Depths Bestiary, guys. Moving on to the next one, guys. Move on to the next one. Okay. Here we have the Viel of the Forsaken. Here are all the original counterparts to every individual fish. As always, guys, feel free to pause if you guys need to look at these, by the way. All right, let's get started. First we have is the Hydra Haddock. Next up we have is the Kraken Koi. Got a nice little red eye on there. Cool. Next up we have is the Serpent Surgeon Fish. Next we have is the Gorgon Grouper. Next we have is the Siren Sculpin. Next we have is the Cyclone Scorpion Fish. Next we have is the Typhoon Tailfin. The Twilight Tentacle Fish. And last but not least, the very infamous Scylla. All right, guys, that is all for the Viel of Forsaken Bestiary. We are going to be moving on to the last Bestiary. All right, guys. Next up we have is the Vertigo Bestiary. Here are all the original counterparts. See each individual fish in this bestiary. All right. First up we have is the Night Shrimp. Has this nice golden color right here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We got a Spider Fish. I like this one a lot because it's red and black. It's pretty cool. We got the Twilight Eel. That's kind of interesting that it's a little thing right here is changing colors. I don't think I've ever seen a fish ever do that actually. Besides that being the mythical mutation, but that's actually really cool that it's animated right there. All right, next up we have is the Fang-born Guard. The Abyssal Zenith. The Void Fin Mahi. This fish looks really nice. Little glitch right there. Beautiful fish. I like this one a lot. We got the rubber ducky. We have the Iso Nave. Alright, and last but not least, we have the Depths key. Turns into this black and blue color. It's pretty cool. That. Little missing textures here on the key right here though. It's kind of like faded out a little bit. I don't know, and also the middle here and a little bit of here. Pretty much the whole thing is like faded out, but I don't think they intentionally made that. I think they just rushed it, to be honest. So, all right. Well, guys, that is all for the Vertigo Bestiary. On to the next one, guys. Alrighty, guys. Next up we have is the volcanic vents. Here are all the counterparts and how they originally look, guys. Barely see that one. Sorry about that, guys. All right. First up we have is the Inferno Hide. Doesn't have a model to it. It's just sparkling to overrides it, I suppose. All right. We have the Hellfire Hot Dog. Next up we have is the Inferno Iguana Fish. Next up we have is the Ember Tail Eel. Next is the Smoldering Stingray. Oh my goodness, look at that. Next up we have is the Molten Moray. One of my favorites in this bestiary is the Pirate Puffer Fish. Look at this thing, man. Where is even the... I think that's the tail right there. I think we're holding it by the tail right there. That's pretty cool. Where is the eyes on this thing? Oh, there it is. It's right here. It's cool. All right, next up we have the Scalding Swordfish. All right, next up we have is the Blister Back Blenny. All right. And last but not least, we have the what was once a secret is now the exotic Magma Leviathan. All right, that is all of the volcanic vents. All right, guys. So, what I have here is a little bonus. Not really like a bonus bestiary, but some of these. So all of these things that I have right now in my inventory, all these don't have a respected bestiary. So I'm just gonna be going ahead and showcasing you guys these. Yeah. So all these, they just all show up in the all section of the bestiary, but they don't actually have any corresponding bestiaries for them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. All right. First up we have is the Baby Bloop. We got the Exalted Relic. We have the Enchanted Relic. We got a rock. We have the Song of the Deep. We have the Tire. We got the blue fish. It's pretty much the same thing as the baby blue, but just way bigger. Can't really show you guys the whole thing, but yeah, it's pretty much the baby blue, but just humongous. All right, we got seaweed. We got the friend fish. Doesn't have a model to it, but that guy managed to get it sparkling and shiny. We got a few more things here. We got the log. Turned into a birch tree. Pretty cool. And last but not least, we have the boot. Turns into Hermes boots. If you guys play Terraria, you guys know what this is. It's pretty cool. And I believe that's all the things in the all bestiary that don't actually have their own, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty much all of them, guys. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. I would just like to huge shout out to the appraiser right here who has stolen all my money. I don't know if the NPC actually, I don't know if she does actually have an official name. I'm not even sure, but if she does have an official name, I'll actually put it on screen right now. But yeah, but huge shout out to the appraiser. She stole all my money, and I'm broke now. My pockets are dust, and flies are flying out of it. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to be, don't worry, guys, I am going to be continuing to do showcases for fish once they add new bestiaries, and I'm going to be sparkling and shining them. That's one of my favorite things to do. I'm going to be revisiting the game. I'm going to be uploading those every so often whenever they do come out with new bestiaries and stuff. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to be solely focusing on the new game Dig. So, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the new upcoming game, guys. Make sure you guys also check that out. I'm going to be putting a description of the Discord for that game. It's gonna be coming out on the 28th. That's when it's getting fully released. Anyway, guys, oh yeah, also check out my other socials down. I stream every so often, so yeah, feel free to check out my Twitch too. Catch me there, catch me live, you know, hang out, interact and stuff. So yeah, if you guys enjoy, peace out, guys. Peace out.